Have you ever wondered what people regret the most when they grow old? It's not the mistakes we've made, but the missed opportunities, the silent errors that linger throughout our lives, making us live without truly realizing what we've overlooked. To avoid such regrets, Stoic philosophy, a doctrine that has endured for thousands of years, offers valuable advice, helping us reach old age with serenity and inner peace. Life doesn't always go smoothly, and old age is a stage where we often reflect on the journey we've taken, full of contemplation. However, there are mistakes that, if we're not careful, may subtly creep in, making our later years feel heavy and filled with regret. In Stoic philosophy, calmness and self-control are the foundations for facing every challenge, helping us avoid the errors we could have prevented. In today's video, we will explore 11 mistakes you should not make in old age. Let the teachings of Stoic philosophers such as Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus guide you so that we not only live, but live meaningfully, calmly, and with more love for ourselves and those around us. Join me on this journey by leaving a comment. I am ready for this journey, and let's turn life's challenges into opportunities for growth and development. Number 1. Neglecting physical and mental health. When old age arrives, we often fall into a major mistake, neglecting our own body and mind. How many times have you found yourself consumed by thoughts of the past or the future, forgetting that your body and mind are the foundation for all happiness in the present? Your body and mind are your loyal companions, but have you truly cared for them enough? As we enter old age, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that old age is a time for rest, a time to accept our physical decline. However, health is not something that only matters when we are young. It's something that needs to be preserved and cherished throughout our lives. This reminds us that no age is too late to take care of ourselves. A strong body provides the foundation for a resilient mind, helping us face life's challenges with more tranquility. Have you ever admired older people who maintain good health, sharp minds, and live joyfully? It's not just random luck. They understand that physical and mental health are priceless treasures to be preserved. Look at the people of Okinawa, Japan, a place with the highest life expectancy in the world. They eat healthily and engage in light daily exercise, but more importantly, they maintain a calm and joyful spirit, free from excessive worry about uncontrollable things. As Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. So cherish each moment, each breath, and don't let your body or mind be forgotten as you enter old age." Health is the key, and caring for yourself today is the greatest gift you can give yourself for the years to come. Number 2. Living in the past. Have you ever wondered why many people, as they grow older, remain deeply immersed in the past, even though they know that time is gone forever? The past, whether beautiful or filled with pain, is just a series of memories belonging to yesterday, yet many older adults carry it like a burden they cannot release. Marcus Aurelius once taught us to remind ourselves that the past and future have no power over us, only the present, and even that can be minimized. This quote reminds us that, as we age, living constantly in the past is not only a mistake, but a barrier preventing us from fully enjoying the rest of our lives. Understandably, people reminisce about youth, career, and family. All these bring sweet memories and painful ones. But do you realize that each time you sit quietly, immersed in thoughts of what has been, you are missing the present moment? Clinging to the past can weigh heavily on your heart, causing you to overlook the small joys of the present and preventing you from seeing opportunities for happiness right now. Real life offers many clear examples of this. Some elderly people, when they reflect on their lives, only see regret for what they didn't accomplish, failures or missed opportunities. They live in their memories, suffering and tormenting themselves over things that can't be changed. Yet at the same time there are others, despite their age, who remain youthful at heart because they know how to let go of the past and appreciate what life offers. Today they choose to live fully in the moment, understanding that true happiness is found in the present. What about you? Are you still living in what has passed, or are you ready to let go and embrace peace? Ask yourself, does holding on to the past bring you happiness, or does it only pull you away from the present where life truly happens? Old age becomes much lighter when we learn to let go, accept what has passed, and cherish the good things in the here and now. Next, let's move on to mistake number 3. But before we do, I have a question for you. Have you ever wondered why so many people, as they age, feel anxious and uneasy about the inevitable changes in life? Aging brings both physical and mental transformations, yet many people try to cling to what is familiar, resisting those changes. Number 3, resisting change. As we grow older, there are inevitable changes that everyone must face: declining health, fading relationships, and even the loss of loved ones. These changes can leave us feeling lost and unsettled. But have you noticed that the more we resist, the more exhausted and pained we become? Look at nature. A mighty tree can only live for centuries if it knows how to adapt to all weather conditions. Humans are the same. Aging becomes much easier when we learn to be flexible and embrace change rather than fight against it. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The universe is transformation, life is opinion." This profound teaching reminds us that change is an inseparable part of life, from the vast universe down to each individual's experience. As old age approaches, we feel this transformation most clearly. This change is natural, but it can easily lead to feelings of nostalgia and regret. However, instead of trying to hold on to what has passed, old age is the perfect time to learn how to let go of what no longer belongs to us. Rather than clinging tightly to old habits, try embracing change with a more open mindset. Those older adults who still find joy in life are often the ones who do not fear change. Have you ever met elderly individuals who are always smiling, even though their lives are no longer the same as before? They do not let negative changes or losses bring them down. Instead, they accept what comes their way naturally. Because of this, they know how to live harmoniously with their current circumstances, not holding on to the past, but welcoming everything with an open heart and a loving spirit. And what about you? Are you resisting the inevitable changes of aging? Remember, we cannot change external circumstances, but how we face them will determine everything. Rather than worrying, view change as a natural part of life, allowing yourself to live more peacefully and harmoniously in any situation. Number 4, being overwhelmed by emotions. Have you ever wondered why many older adults let their emotions dominate their lives, even after enduring so many ups and downs? As we age, we often carry a wealth of experiences and emotions accumulated from the past, but sometimes those very emotions become a prison of our minds, pulling us into cycles of worry, anger, or regret. So, are you letting your emotions lead your life rather than living with clarity and balance? Old age, with everything it brings, loneliness, loss, changes in the body, often leaves us vulnerable to emotional instability. We may become more sensitive, easily saddened, or quick to anger over small matters. But this only robs us of the peace we should be enjoying during this stage of life. Epictetus once taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This means that inner peace is within our grasp through how we control our emotions. Look at daily life. Have you ever met older people who become irritable and quick-tempered over trivial things, or those who are wealthy but still constantly worry about money, even though they have more than enough? They let their emotions take over, allowing their minds to be consumed by worries and fears instead of living in serenity. They trap themselves in a cycle of negative emotions. In contrast, there are those who, despite their age, remain calm and peaceful. They understand that emotions are something we can control if we stay mindful and let reason guide us. Let Stoic philosophy guide you. Don't let fleeting emotions control the course of your later years. Learn to stay calm in the face of all events so that when old age comes, you can live a life of peace, free from the whirlpool of negative emotions. Now we're curious, are you letting emotions overshadow reason and take control of your life? Share your story and insights in the comments. Number 5. Neglecting social relationships. As we grow older, one of the most regrettable mistakes people often make is neglecting their social relationships. Have you ever wondered why humans need connection with others to feel happy and fulfilled? Even though you may think old age is a time to withdraw, live quietly, and be alone, the truth is that social relationships are more important than ever in bringing joy and peace. As people age, many feel they no longer have the energy or enthusiasm to maintain social connections. They choose isolation, distancing themselves from friends, family, and their community. But this can lead to feelings of loneliness, emptiness, and even depression. Studies have shown that social isolation in old age is directly linked to mental and physical health decline. Have you noticed that those who live long, happy lives are often the ones who maintain strong relationships with family and friends? They always find ways to connect, share, and support one another, bringing joy and meaning to their lives. Are you maintaining and valuing the relationships around you? Remember, even in old age, you still need love, connection, and support from those around you. These relationships not only enrich your life, but also bring you peace and a sense of fulfillment in your later years. We're halfway through today's lesson. Your presence here is a great encouragement for us as we continue to spread the true values of Stoic philosophy to more people. So please like and share this video to spread these lessons to your loved ones and friends, or leave a comment saying, "I cherish my life," if you're ready to continue the journey with the next 6 lessons. Number 6. Lacking a sense of purpose. Have you ever wondered what keeps our souls vibrant, joyful, and full of energy as we grow older? The answer doesn't lie in health or material wealth, but in having a purpose. Without a clear purpose, old age can become an empty, aimless, and lonely stage of life. The meaning of life never disappears. It's only us who sometimes forget to search for it. In youth, our purpose might be career, family, or personal dreams. But when old age comes, many people feel empty because their former responsibilities have faded, and they don't know what to do with their remaining time. This not only tires the mind, but also makes the spirit feel lost, lacking the motivation to wake up each day with excitement. Seneca once affirmed, "Life is long if you know how to use it." This means that at any age, defining a purpose is essential to living a meaningful life. Look at those older adults who still maintain optimism and love for life. Have you ever wondered why they are so full of energy and creativity? It's because they have found a new purpose, perhaps caring for family, engaging in community activities, or simply learning something new each day. A prime example is Harriet Thompson, who completed a marathon at the age of 92, a remarkable demonstration that purpose in life is not confined by age. Make every day meaningful by finding a worthy goal and transforming your old age into a beautiful chapter, not a decline. So, have you found your purpose yet? Whether big or small, ask yourself what excites you and gets you out of bed each morning. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's share personal stories of overcoming challenges together. Remember, in every challenge, there's always an opportunity for those who are ready to seize it. In exploring the profound wisdom of Stoicism, I was deeply struck by this proverb. Wisdom doesn't fade with age, but it is lost when we abandon the desire to learn. This statement brings us to a core practice of Stoicism, and also to the seventh mistake as old age approaches. Number 7. Failing to learn. Many older people often believe that the phase of learning has passed and that old age is the time to rest and stop. But do you realize that it's precisely the act of stopping to learn and explore that causes us to age more quickly? Learning is not just the privilege of the young, it's the foundation that helps us maintain a youthful spirit and a clear mind. Have you ever felt that each day passes like a familiar loop with nothing new or exciting? It's exciting to discover that a lack of curiosity can be a sign of mental stagnation. When we stop learning as we grow older, many believe it's time to settle into a simple, repetitive life, ignoring opportunities to expand their knowledge. In truth, age never prevents us from learning something new. Look at those who maintain youthful spirits, even in their old age. They never stop seeking knowledge and remain curious about the world around them. For example, Pablo Picasso continued to create and explore new forms of expression in art well into his 90s. Jane Goodall, even in her 80s, still strives to learn and inspire others about the environment and animals. It is their thirst for learning that keeps them vibrant and full of energy. So, what about you? Do you want to live with a spirit of continuous learning, regardless of age? Are you ready to keep exploring new things so that life never feels boring or repetitive? Remember, age is not a barrier. Only the decision to stop learning truly makes us grow old. Number 8. Clinging to material possessions. As old age approaches, many people make the major mistake of clinging to material possessions, as if they are the only measure of a meaningful life. But have you ever wondered whether wealth truly brings lasting happiness? Stoic philosophy constantly reminds us that the true value of life lies not in external things, but in inner peace and freedom of the soul. When people grow older, some worry about losing their wealth, fearing they won't have enough money to sustain their previous lifestyle. They become obsessed with protecting their assets, gradually losing the inner peace they should cultivate. However, this obsession only leads to a heavy, anxious mind. Stoicism teaches that happiness doesn't come from material things, but from the ability to let go and be content with what we have, whether it's much or little. Real-life examples illustrate this well. Have you noticed that wealthy individuals, despite having many possessions, often don't feel truly happy? They are preoccupied with safeguarding their wealth, anxious about the future, and rarely live in a state of peace. In contrast, some live simply, without many possessions, yet are always happy because they learn to appreciate the small things around them and refuse to let material wealth define them. So, are you letting material possessions control your life? As we age, what matters most is not how much we own, but how meaningful our lives have been. Marcus Aurelius once taught, "The greatest wealth is to live content with little." Ask yourself, are you ready to let go of the obsession with material wealth and seek peace of mind instead? Life becomes much lighter when we realize that wealth is merely a tool, not the ultimate goal. Number 9. Worrying too much about the future. Another common mistake that arises with old age is excessive worry about the future. It's widespread to spend too much time worrying about what's to come, while forgetting that the present is where we can truly find peace. Seneca reminds us, We suffer more in our imagination than in reality. Excessive worry only drains our energy without changing what is to come. As we age, there are countless reasons for worry. Our health may decline, finances may become unstable, and death looms as an inevitable reality. But does worrying about these things change them? The clear answer is no. Worrying robs us of peace in the present moment. Instead of worrying, we should learn to accept and focus on what we can control. Take Stephen Hawking, for example. Diagnosed with ALS at just 21, he was predicted to live only a few more years. If anyone had a reason to worry about the future, it was him. Yet, instead of letting that worry consume him, he chose to accept his situation and focus on what he could control, his mind and his passion for science. Hawking didn't let the harsh realities of his illness break his spirit or limit his contributions to the world. He wrote groundbreaking books, explored the mysteries of the universe, and became one of the most influential scientists of all time. What would have happened if Hawking allowed his fear of the future to dominate him? Surely he wouldn't have left behind such an extraordinary legacy. Stephen Hawking teaches us that no matter how uncertain the future may seem, we can still live fully and peacefully if we focus on what we can do right now. So why not let each day pass with tranquility instead of letting worry steal away the joy of the present? Number 10. Failing to connect with nature. Have you ever wondered why many people gradually disconnect from nature as they age? Neglecting our connection with nature can drain our energy and the serenity within our souls. Nature exists not only in majestic landscapes or breathtaking mountain views, but also as an endless source of energy for inner balance and healing. As people grow older, they often feel lonely, empty, and disconnected from the world around them. They can become consumed by worries about their health and the future, gradually losing their connection to the most accessible resource, nature. However, when we spend time immersed in nature, those pressures seem to dissolve, bringing deep relaxation and peace to the soul. For instance, in Japan, there's a practice called Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing. This is not merely a recreational activity. It's a way for the body and spirit to integrate with nature, absorbing the positive energy from trees, fresh air, and the tranquility of green spaces. Scientific studies have shown that Shinrin-yoku reduces cortisol levels, the stress hormone, improves mood, boosts the immune system, and helps alleviate anxiety and depression. This indicates that connecting with nature is not just a temporary experience, but one that provides long-term mental and physical health benefits. So, have you allowed nature to be forgotten as you grow older? Ask yourself, what could be more peaceful than stepping outside, breathing in fresh air, and realizing that you are part of this vast universe? If we learn to blend with nature, we will find true serenity and a deeper meaning of life. Number 11. Avoiding self-reflection. In the years that have passed, we are often swept up by the worries of life. But now, when time is no longer abundant, self-reflection becomes vital. Stoic philosophy has long emphasized that time discovers truth. Yet for truth to reveal itself, we must face ourselves, what we have done and not done, our successes and our mistakes. Have you ever wondered why we fear looking back at ourselves? Perhaps it's because we fear confronting our shortcomings, past mistakes, or the feeling that life hasn't been as fulfilling as we had hoped. However, Stoicism teaches that facing oneself is not for regret, but for learning and improvement. Instead of fear, view self-reflection as an opportunity to free your soul, discover what truly matters, and live a more peaceful life. Many older individuals tend to avoid self-questioning, fearful of confronting unfulfilled dreams or incomplete goals. But when we avoid this, we can never achieve true peace. Self-reflection does not mean living in regret or tormenting oneself over the past. It is an opportunity to better understand oneself, learn from mistakes, and live a more meaningful life. Seneca once reminded us, every night before going to sleep, we must ask ourselves, what weakness did I overcome today? What virtue did I acquire? This is not about harshly judging oneself, but rather adjusting our behavior, finding balance in our souls, and thus living a more complete life. Old age is the perfect time for self-reflection, to find inner peace. Instead of avoiding it, face yourself, learn from the past, and live with a light heart free of burdens. Let each day pass with freedom in your soul. Once you have accepted yourself and are ready to live the rest of your years with peace and fulfillment, you'll find that when old age knocks on the door, it's not a time for sadness or regret, but an opportunity to reflect, contemplate, and live with deeper understanding. The mistakes we may face in our twilight years are not inevitable. They are challenges for us to grow, allowing us to live more fully. Stoic philosophy, with its timeless wisdom, teaches us how to let go of the past, avoid worrying about the future, and live true to our essence in the present moment. Let each moment of old age be a journey of freedom, serenity, and peace. Let this philosophy guide you, so that when you look back on the final stretch of life, you can smile with tranquility, knowing that you've lived a meaningful life without heavy regrets. Ultimately, life isn't measured by the number of years we've lived, but by how we've lived in each moment. When we learn to avoid these mistakes, we'll live an old age filled with peace, love, and contentment. As a final tribute to life, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button to support the channel. Share your thoughts in the comments, and share the video with friends and family to spread the valuable lessons of Stoic philosophy. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss future videos on Stoic living and personal development.